This afternoon we're here with Bishop Marc Andrus, the 7th bishop?
8th?
The 8th bishop of California. I'm the 9th dean. I knew it was somewhere around there.
It's all close together.
It is all close together. But Bishop Marc has been here for 17 years. And then has been a bishop for 20 years, but 17 years at Grace Cathedral. So we're right outside his little vestry right here. And I wanted to ask you, Bishop Marc, about some of your favorite objects in the cathedral. What are some of your favorite pieces of art? What are your favorite things that are here?
Well, I think we share some of that. The right outside the Chapel of Grace is the Spanish crucifix.
Oh, I love that.
I think it's both religiously beautiful. It's also a beautifully carved work of art. The kind of the shape of it and the aspect of the face. The Keith Haring altarpiece is so beautiful. You know, completely different. So many centuries from the Spanish cross, but
kind of old and the new.
Yeah, so new and so poignant again. It was Keith Haring's last artwork. He died, I think, 2 weeks later from AIDS, and of course it's in the AIDS Interfaith Memorial Chapel. So that's really beautiful. There's some things that are structural too. I think the flesh, the spire,
right.
I think it's just beautiful, but you know, it's possible that it could be the only existing near copy of the flesh of Notre Dame after it burned. So that was made out of oak, covered by copper, I think. But ours, of course, is concrete, and it's not exactly a copy. It's apparently it's an amalgam of Notre Dame's flesh and Saint-Chapelle's flesh. But close enough.
Yeah.
There may not be anything like it in the world.
There's like a little model in the cathedral, and it seems like in that model the flesh is bigger than it is in real life. Like it just seems bigger relative to the whole building.
Proportionally.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. Then, of course, the Ghiberti doors, the gates of paradise.
Right.
I've got this whole thing going about that because Rodin created a gate in design, but he never finished it, called the Gates of Hell.
Yeah.
And we have a copy here in San Francisco at the Legion of Honor. And there are pieces of the sculptures that he intended for the Gates of Hell that were completed. And one of them is, I think, the Thinker and the Kiss. I believe both were intended for the Gates of Hell. And so possibly, again, the only city in the world that has the Gates of Paradise and the Gates of Hell, Ghiberti and Rodin.
Right.
And I think that's really interesting, and it would be, I think, fascinating to, why did Rodin create that? And what was he saying in counterpoint to Ghiberti and the Gates of Paradise? And how does the Thinker and the Kiss, if those are correctly assigned to that, why are they part of the Gates of Hell? And I think there's a Dante reference. I'm told that it's the Gates of Hell from the Divine Comedy.
Exactly.
And so, you know, some of the people consigned to levels of hell, in many ways, were very admirable and kind of, I think Dante found them beautiful.
Right.
A pair of lovers are there forever in hell, and so mystery there. I don't know a lot about it, but I'm really fascinated.
Well, you know, the Cantor Museum has the Gates of Hell on the outside the sculpture museum with all the Rodin sections.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out and check it out because I just, you've told me once many years ago that connection. I'd forgotten about it until now.
Well, there's more to learn.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You know, we don't have very much time, but I would love it if you could tell us one beautiful memory you have from something that happened in Grace Cathedral.
Wow. My installation was so beautiful, and Carla de Sola, the great liturgical choreographer, choreographed the gospel proclamation. So and Carson Kuhlman composed an original piece of music. So it was the Feast of St. Mary Magdalene, and the gospel was Mary encountering Jesus in the garden, the first witness of the resurrection. And that was danced, and there was music, and it was proclaimed in the gospel. It was a sublime moment.
It's a
so beautiful
memory.
Yeah, Carla is a living treasure. She was a student at Juilliard in dance under her mentor was Jose Limon, and the expectation was she was going to be this, a great modern dancer with her own company and performer, and that was her plan. And she had a conversion experience to Christianity and changed her whole course of life to begin. She was one of the absolute pioneers of liturgical dance, and she created the Omega Dance Company at St. John the Divine, and then she came to Berkeley and created Omega West, and so we were really blessed. And yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful moment.
Yeah, it's funny because I think people are starting to talk about like what your legacy is.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love your appreciation for the arts. I mean, you're always kind of raising our consciousness to help see the world in a more beautiful way, and that's a perfect example right there.
Well, a person has said to me a long time ago that the arts lead us, and if we are concerned about justice, and if we want to enroll people in the course of justice, that the arts are one of the best ways to involve people, because they take us by the path of beauty, and we can follow that more easily than argument or scientific fact or policy. All that's quite important, but the arts kind of draw us in.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for, and
you.
this is like a sudden, like,
it's great.
In a second, you're ready. I appreciate that. My name is Malcolm Clemens Young. Thanks for watching More Good News today.